So the dude sitting on the couch behind me is there to remind me that sometimes the key to success is simply putting one foot in front of the other, and to stress the importance of slowing down. So he is a sloth, and his name is Slothy, and he will probably be joining us in future videos. I wanted to make this video talking about some recent life events that had happened, because I feel like people can learn from them and how the other side guided me through these life events. Because a lot of people think that the divine is all about fire and brimstone when he's really not. So I kind of wanted to make this video showing you guys how he really isn't Mr. Fire and Brimstone, casting shame and judgment and calling us sinners and stuff. I recently came down with the stomach flu. If any of you guys caught it as well, you have my sympathy. That was harsh. And I didn't want to reschedule my readings. I felt guilty for doing it. I felt ashamed of myself. And my plan was to just power through them. And so the other side came through and they said, is that fair to the people that you're reading for? Are you bringing your A game by powering through your readings instead of rescheduling them? And so they said, you need to demonstrate self-love and self-care. You need to take care of yourself because you're sick and we need you to reschedule your readings and go to bed. And they said, besides, it's not fair to the people you're reading for. You need to reschedule with them. So I realized they were right, and I demonstrated self-love, self-care, rescheduled my readings until I felt better. And it was shame and guilt-free. I realized it because I knew these people would be better off if I did read for them when I was 100% bringing my A game and feeling healthy. So when I rescheduled them, I really had, normally I would feel like I was disappointing people, but in this case, I just didn't. I'm like, the other side's right. They're right. They have a good point. I'm doing these people a favor by rescheduling. So it's all about balance, unconditional love for self and unconditional love for others. So just kind of wanted to throw that in there, that self-love actually is the highest virtue. So when you demonstrate self-love, you attract more love to yourself from the universe. So energetically, I'm also aware of this. So via the law of attraction, self-love and self-care is also really important. So just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. If you are sick, please make sure you're taking care of yourself, because if you're not, you are demonstrating a lack of self-love, and you're basically telling the universe, I don't care about myself, and neither should you. So demonstrate self-love, attract more love onto your path. Demonstrate a lack of self-love, you don't. You attract people onto your path who don't really see you as worthy of love either. So see how that works? Like attracts like. What signal are you broadcasting? Your soul is a magnet. All that good stuff. So I didn't have any, guilt. I knew that I was, doing something that the other side asked me to do. So I knew that I was aligned with truth. So that was another thing, is being aligned with truth. I have the stomach flu. That is my truth. How am I going to embrace this truth? I'm going to reschedule my readings and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to take care of myself, right? I was actually throwing up water. So that's another thing the other side wanted me to let you guys know, is when I came down with the stomach flu, it was pretty bad and I was throwing up water. So I was not able to drink coffee and iced tea at this point. So not only was I suffering from the stomach flu, I was suffering from caffeine withdrawal. So I had a pounding headache also. So what happened from this stomach flu? I realized that I had a really bad case of acid reflux that I had just essentially gotten used to. But the symptoms really flared up from the stomach flu, and I was left with a second truth. I have acid reflux as a result of drinking way too much coffee and iced tea. So a combination of the caffeine and the acid screwed up my stomach. Whose fault is that? All mine. 110% my fault. Why? Because the other side asked me to stop drinking coffee and tea a while ago, and I chuckled and said, not gonna happen. I got acid reflux. Now, I know the importance of self-love and self-care, and I know that my body is a temple. So I kind of had a mini freak-out session because the universe is all energy, so I knew that I was attracting darkness to myself because I did not embrace my truth that I was supposed to stop drinking coffee and tea, and I did not embrace my truth that I have I have acid reflux. So I sat there and I was thinking, okay, now I'm really going to have to demonstrate self-love and embrace this truth. So I obviously stopped drinking, iced tea and coffee, made dietary adjustments, low acid diet, that kind of thing. And I was riddled with shame and guilt and worry because I had brought this on myself. So I tuned in the other side and I said, I brought this on myself. So I know that I have bad karma associated with this acid reflux now. Like, how do we handle this? And they said, did you learn from this? What did you learn from this situation? It's like, well, I learned everything in moderation and everything in balance. You can't have 16 iced teas a day and 3 cups of coffee. Everything in moderation, everything in balance. And they said, great, that's fantastic. We feel like you did learn your lesson from this. You've already made your dietary changes. We get it. We understand you're taking us seriously now. What's really important is that you learn and grow and evolve as a soul from this. Now, what we need you to do, Christine, is we need you to forgive yourself. We need you to let go of the guilt and the shame and focus on getting better. And I said, okay, so are you guys going to heal me? And they're like, sort of. They said, you're going to heal yourself. And they said, what's your other truth, Christine? You're a Reiki master healer. You've already been certified. Have you really embraced this truth, Christine? Nope. Do you offer this service on your website? Nope. You got certified. You took all the classes. You just never started doing it professionally. So, Christine, there's another truth you didn't embrace. So, we're going to ask you to add the fact that you're a Reiki practitioner to your website, do Reiki distance healing on people, and at the same time, you are also going to do Reiki healing on yourself. And they said you are not only a channel of divine guidance and information, through intuitive counseling, you are a channel of divine healing, light, and love. So this energy enters through the top of my head, through my crown chakra, goes down through my heart chakra, out my arms, and out my hands. There are energy centers in my hands. So that's how Reiki healing works, is you are channeling the divine healing energy through your body and into others and into yourself. So they said, you're going to heal yourself, honey. You're going to do Reiki on your stomach. And you're going to do Reiki on your stomach every single day until you feel better. So they basically said, we're going to help you. But one of their favorite songs to sing is Meet Me Halfway, right at the borderline is where I'm going to wait for you. It's a song by the Black Eyed Peas. So that's the other side telling me, you're going to meet us halfway by, doing Reiki on it. We're going to help you with the healing energy. And then you're going to make your dietary changes, drink water, that kind of thing. Limit all the stuff that's bad for you. Acid, caffeine, sugar, right? So they step up to the plate when you step up to the plate. So they saw me making all these changes to my diet and being really diligent. And they said, okay, we're going to help you. So I can feel the energy like going into my stomach when I do Reiki on it every night. It's pretty cool. So I am going to add Reiki services to my website, just so you guys know, in case you guys need a session. My tech guy is going to work on that. Hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Can just add it in there. as an option for people. But I guess one of the things that I wanted to stress the importance of with regards to, my healing is that, yet again, I had to self-forgive, let go of the guilt and the shame, and, focus on attracting positive energy to yourself and focus on what you can control, because you're immortal and you can only do so much, right? The human body is a complicated thing, but you also have to remember who designed it. So he knows exactly what you need. So they do guide me to the right foods, etc. Vitamins, minerals, that kind of thing. So they are going to help you, but I wanted to make this video just stressing the importance of self-love, going easy on yourself, self-forgiveness, recognizing you're immortal who makes mistakes, the importance of learning lessons, obviously no shame, no guilt, no self-criticism, and really seeing the positives that can come from a negative situation. Because if you look at the rabbit trail that I've come down, stomach flu, I learned self-love from that and the importance of rescheduling my sessions if I can't bring my A game. The stomach flu led into an awareness of severe acid reflux, right? Because your stomach, that sphincter at the top of your stomach, is what's screwed up with acid reflux. So it revealed that issue to me. So the stomach flu was actually a blessing in disguise, because it helped me become more aware of my acid reflux and what had caused my acid reflux, which is coffee and tea, so I could make changes to my lifestyle to fix it. And then the healing of the acid reflux is what's causing me to do Reiki on myself and others, because I'm adding it to my website now. And they also sent me to another Reiki training in Florida, which I just completed because they wanted a refresher course. I spent the last 2 years getting certified for Reiki, and they said, you're going to get recertified. So I've actually got certificates from 2 different masters. I've been certified for Reiki twice, which was fun. I love it. I love Reiki. So I guess I didn't add it to my website already because of just lack of confidence. But now I have that confidence that came with, the second certification. That really gave me the confidence and just the little push that I needed, because I was like this match that wouldn't light. So it was like the little push that was needed. So it is funny that, these negatives ended up with positives. Everything I learned from this, and it feels like, the stomach flu and the acid reflux and then the Reiki practitioner, it just was one big trail that I was led down that would lead to a positive. And so the other side really was there talking to me the entire time. Is like, okay, what are you learning? And I know some of my videos, most of my videos, I'm complaining. I'm complaining about what they're asking me to do, asking me to quit my job, sell my condo, give up alcohol. Like in a lot of my videos, I'm really complaining about the things the other side is asking me to do. And now, after working with them for so long, I do realize it's for my highest good. So one of my favorite things to do is complain. But at the same time, I do realize that this is good for me. And so I know one of the things I'm complaining about is that they're really hard on me. They're really tough on me. They're really strict. And they are, because they're the divine court. So I kind of deal with the CEOs of the other side. Some of the other people that, mediums communicate with on the other side, such as channeling Eric. He calls the people that I communicate with the stuffed shirts of the other side. And they really are. They really are the stuffed shirts of the other side, because it's the divine and the divine court. So I do understand that, and I do complain about them being really hard on me. And in this situation, I just don't really feel like they were. I really don't feel like they were hard on me at all. I feel like they were pushing me to be the best Christine I could be and challenging me. But at the same time, I feel like we are our own worst critics and that we're a lot harder on ourselves than they are. Because if you think about it, throughout this entire process, there was no like judgment, no criticism, no approach of, like, what are you doing? You screwed up. We told you not to drink coffee and tea. There was no shame casting. They didn't want to lower my vibration because that pulls me away from the light. There was no shame casting. There was no judgment. It was all love and light. What can you learn? What can you learn? What can you learn? And they can see my soul. They can see my soul. I can't lie to them. So they know whether or not I learned. They know whether or not I learned what I needed to learn. And they said I did. So thank God. So there are no karmic ramifications for essentially abusing my body and ignoring my spirit guides. They're just really happy that I'm going to add Reiki to my website. So I guess that's really what I just wanted to stress the importance of, is you're your own worst critic. Remember that. The other side is not casting shame at you, so please don't cast it on yourself. So please move forward, focusing on love, light, truth, soul's growth, and self-love, because I guarantee you, your spirit guides want nothing but the best for you and your highest good. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.